And we are recording. Hello, SIYP podcast, uncensored. How are we? Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. How are we doing?
I'm sleepy.
I'm doing good.
You're sleepy. Why are you sleepy?
I think it's the weather because it's rainy and damp here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this kind of weather just makes me want to curl up with a book on the sofa.
Same, same, absolutely. But at least now it's like getting into summer weather over here. Sorry, one second. Something sounds weird. Anyway, um, yeah, no, at least here we're getting into summer weather. So it's like 22 degrees, but I still have a sweater because it's weird with the humidity, but
Mm.
it is what it is. David, how are you?
Doing awesome. I
All
had an
right,
interesting week. Oh,
go for it.
okay. Yeah, it was just so this week I had a session with a friend of mine and she cleared some limiting beliefs and we actually reframed it into something else. And I've been feeling this like palpitation, like this feeling like this pulsating feeling in my chest for about a week. And
Mhm.
I just thought it was because I was eating super crappy. But then there was this one girl I was on a phone call with. She goes, "You got an entity attached to you." I was like, "That's what that feeling is." Snap. So I cleared that, so that's gone. And I've been, I'm actually in communications with this author, and we have these great conversations together. Yeah, I just think it's really amazing that these psychologists are starting to show up in my life. I don't know, maybe I need help, or or it seems to be just more of a collaboration. And actually, I just think that's really cool because I've always never thought of myself as a smart individual, and here I am having amazing conversation, like deep conversations with people I would consider of knowledge.
Mm. So sorry, I just wanna ask something because I'm kind of losing you again in hearing you. But did you say that you never thought of yourself as a smart or intellectual person, and now here you are having these smart conversations?
Exactly, or what I'm judging as smart conversation.
Exactly, yeah. Like you're there there
Yeah,
is a judgment there which I like it's just there, but when you realize that, you can take that away, give that up, detach from it, and there you are just having lovely conversations. It doesn't have to be a specific conversation, but just a beautiful conversation.
exactly.
Mm.
And oh yeah, and then I did my money ceremony. I do that every Thursday. Wednesday night, I put the bottle of water outside so I can actually create some moon water, so have just empty from the moon. Put it in the pot and simmer it with some other stuff. And then I was calling money currency towards me because we are money already. So I don't want to call in money because I already am that. So I'm calling in currency,
Mm.
and um, and I could actually almost visually see it coming to me. And then I was just like, feel my pockets, feel my bank account, feel my pockets, feel my bank account. It's just like really cool. And
Mm.
so there's a shift in that as well. So there's big shifts coming my way, and it's I'm really excited.
And I
And
can
that concludes my week.
and I can sense
Oh,
that
it didn't
you're
conclude.
oh, go for it.
Yeah. So last night, so I've only had 2 more weeks left in Florida. Um, we every week I'll look at my this is my workout schedule. So each one of those lines is a week, so I can actually see myself getting closer to the end. And I'm kind of somewhat panicky because I won't have anyone to pay for my food now. I'm gonna have to buy my own food. And when I get home, and I don't have business yet, so and I know the business, the clients are coming. So I last night it just came to me. It's just like, okay, it's just about being in the moment. The moment isn't in the future. The moment is right now. When these birds are chirping, that's the moment. and just stay in that moment. Don't get lost going into the future. Don't get lost going into the past. Just stay in that moment. So that's actually a space where I am standing in, which is really interesting.
And I see a lot of accountability by just having that chart, like having that paper. You're holding yourself accountable to something and it helps you stay in track. And yeah, it could be like, oh, what happens if I slip up? What happens? What happens? And it's so beautiful that you catch yourself in that moment and you're like, okay, that's going to be another conversation. Right now, it's just you're sticking to, you're accountable to what you need to stick to now in the now, which is beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not about what needing to the choice. We choose to be
Mhm.
in the present or choose to be in the future or the past. So I'm complete.
Okay, you're complete. I like it. Hazel, you want to go next, or you have anything to ask?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, David, that is the seemed like a big self judgment, um, that you thought you didn't consider yourself a smart person.
Yeah, yeah, it was, and that is actually something in the past. That's not actually anymore at all.
Oh, good.
But yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
And I
because
think,
when oh,
sorry, no,
sorry,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
go, 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 go.
I was just gonna say when I first met you, I totally like the energy that came off you to me was just like so wise. And I totally did not see you that way. So when you said that in the past you didn't see yourself as smart, I was like, what?
well, I also had the evidence too, because in grade six, I failed grade six, so I had to redo grade six.
Oh, yeah, but
And then
that's a
I was always told that if I don't get better grades, then I'm going to have to go to a school for the mentally challenged.
yeah, but school is a very, I find, a very narrow type of learning. And
Yeah, but but it's the stories that we create, though.
yeah,
It doesn't matter what the education is about. It's about the stories that we create about a situation.
true.
Mhm.
So driving past the school for the mentally challenged and saying if you don't get your grades up, you're going to have to go to that school.
It's like they were trying to
Oh.
scare you or something.
Yeah, no, they were trying to scare me and get better grades. But and then I
Ugh.
failed grade six. So there's other stories that you just add on top of everything.
Mhm,
And then
mhm.
it all originated from this book that was uh too old for my age group. I couldn't really understand it, and I would just read a little bit and then just not read it at all. And then you just start blaming myself or thinking I'm stupid because I don't get it. Why could
Mhm.
everyone else? Blah blah blah. Those are all stories that we create from the past.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and another thing I want to highlight here is the lady that you were talking to. I think it was very powerful, and I think this works in alignment with our intention, our vision of being the best version of ourselves. Like if you're living that, being that embodiment, I think it like what I would say kind of adds up is she called you out that there's an entity there, right? And that could be your internal unconscious judgment of you not being smart. And like that was just like, for this person to say, wait, there's an entity there, and you got to it, and then you said, oh, I could not be smart. That power, that you calling to be the best version of yourself, could have created that space for this person to show up and support you in being, you know that best version.
Yeah, it totally did. It totally did.
So
It totally
beautiful.
did because we vibrate. We attract.
Hmm. So cute. Okay. Hazel, you want to go next?
Sure. So my week, I always start with work because some stuff happened at work. So there was some people that were restructured out of a job, and I found about it yesterday. No, a couple days ago. Yeah, and
What's a ballot?
Interesting, huh?
What's a ballot? You
A
said
ballot?
you found a.
I found about it.
Ah, I'm sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
I must have slurred the words together.
You found
I
about it.
found,
Yes. Oh yeah.
yeah, I found
You found
about
out.
it a couple days ago. And interestingly, there was no trigger for me in that, because in the past, when that had happened, I would kind of go into a panic mode.
Mm.
And so when I read about it, I was like, oh, that's too bad because I like the people that were let go. And
Mm.
and then my first thought was to see if I could get in touch with them to see if they were feeling okay.
Mhm.
But other than that, like there was no trigger for me. So I felt like there's some progress there.
What would the trigger
And
look
then
like? And like, what did it used to be in the past?
oh, so in the past it used to be, oh, they let go of these people. Am I next? Is my are they gonna let go of me? Is my job in jeopardy? That kind of thing. Yeah, so that's what I meant about panic mode.
Mm.
Yeah, and that didn't happen at all. So, yeah. Hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't attach any meaning to them being let go. So, yeah,
Mhm.
it was nice not going into panic mode.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah, and then in my personal life, nothing major happened. It's just been smooth sailing. My husband and I have been just kind of planning our week as things go, like just being on the fly and spontaneous, and just really working together to create what we want, and not just this week, but also in the future. So yeah, we're planning our trip to Ireland
Hmm.
in September,
Hmm.
and that'll be fun.
Hmm.
Looking forward to it.
Nice.
And that was pretty much my week.
So I see some vision slash dreaming. I see
Mhm,
intentionality with like, the excitement behind planning this trip. Uh,
mhm.
I see
Detachment.
detachment. Oh yeah.
Yep. Mhm,
That's nice. And then being the
mhm.
best version of yourself because you're stepping into you taking control of your life compared to life controlling you.
Yeah, and also
Very nice.
emotions and
Mm.
thoughts, recurring thoughts controlling me. Like they did in the past. So yeah.
Yeah. One thing I always say to counter that when that shows up for me is I just repeat to myself, I'm like, Sachin, you're not your feelings and emotions. You're not your feelings and emotions. You're
Mhm.
not your feelings and emotions. Because sometimes when they engage or when they activate, I become a version of myself I don't necessarily align with. I'm not saying I like or don't like.
Yeah.
It's just I don't align with it. So I'm like, pull back. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I ask myself, does this actually serve me?
Mm.
And usually, I can't think of an instance where it did serve me, but also I'm just gonna say usually it doesn't serve me, and it's usually just me like panicking and my thoughts running around, which
Mm.
doesn't really accomplish anything. So yeah.
One thing we can say about that is one of the reasons why you may not even recall these is because they don't serve you. So
Mm,
because it doesn't serve you, why even keep it in, your memory? If it
yeah.
wasn't worthy enough to serve you for a purpose, let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think for me, I just when it comes up, it's just like letting it flow through me and out of me. Like a river or a stream. Like in a team, they're saying like, "Are you the leaf on the stream or are you the stream?"
Mm.
I can't remember who said that, but I remember hearing it when I was in team.
Yeah, I mean I like to say or I've heard people say, are you the leaves of the tree or are you the tree? Like are you the leaf that is impacted by the wind and other things or are you the tree that stands firm? And I see you as the tree in the face.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
No worries.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
No, I was
And the
just gonna
river.
say. Oh, I like the tree one too because trees are grounded and deeply rooted in the earth. So that's a really nice metaphor.
Analogy. Yeah.
Yeah. hmm That's it
Cool.
for me. I'm
You are
complete.
complete. Okay. So for me, I've had an interesting week. Shocker. Actually, but it was good because you know, things happened this week where there was work as usual. I had the night shift compared to the day shift. A lot of things are going on with moving into the new house, getting things ready for the move. Money showed up again, in terms of, okay, how are we going to have the money to move, like move furniture, move equipment, talk to the landlords, finalize this, finalize that. But actually, this week has been really productive. We got the keys, signed the contract. We're moving little things in the house. The house is beautiful. It's such like a warm, welcome space. And so like at work, things have been good. My relationship with the clients and my relationship with the team has improved. There was an interesting encounter with my manager because usually I realized that I created what we've been talking over the last 2 3 sessions, our SIYP interactions is not creating or not going into creating an image of someone and then storing like, oh, what happens if the person's going to be that way, like not judging them, taking that away and detaching, like what David and I were talking about, and then Hazel, what you also did, like not the outcome of work and just letting it go. It was interesting because I saw a side of my manager that I've never seen in the 3 years that we've been working together. It was interesting because I asked him for an advance in my salary because I needed to pay some stuff. And he reached out to me and he was like, okay, you know, HR has sent out the mail to do your advance. Please sign it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I did sign it. And then he sends me a message. It was really random. It was something like, uh, this person came back crawling on his ass for the money. And I'm like, what is this? Like, why did he send that to me? And immediately I went into my head and I was like, is he saying that I'm desperate for the money and I come back crawling on my ass? And I was just so I made this whole thing mean like what the heck? Like, why would you send that to me? So I reply and I'm like, haha, LOL, and then he replies, he's like, what's funny? And I'm like, oh shoot, I don't know, like I don't even know what's going on here, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll be honest, I don't understand what this message is. And then he goes like, oh, it was supposed to be sent to someone else, and I'm like, oh, makes sense. And then he replies and he's like what makes sense? And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. And I'm like, oh, it makes sense that you were supposed to send this to someone else. And basically the message he was writing was about like a football player or a soccer player in the US, like a football player. And he replies to me and he's like, have you heard about this football player and do you follow the Champions League? And in my head, I'm just like, why are you telling me all of this? I didn't see my manager as someone like, we're on this kind of friendship, so when he was telling me all of this, I was just like, this is so awkward. I don't know, like we're friends now, like it was just weird because I never saw this side of him. I always saw it's like overwhelming, or I have to be professional all the time, like we can't talk about soccer. But then it was kind of adorable because when he said that to me, he was like, do you follow the Champions League? And I'm like, manager, I'm at work, I can't reply now. And he's like, oh yeah, yeah, sorry, sorry, don't worry. But it was weird because I was just like, what are you doing here? Remember, we had some issues between us. So it was kind of cute because when I gave up the whole point of view that I created from fear, I saw him for the person he is, and he's just a lovely person. But I had all of these things that if I would have given up earlier, I would have saved myself a lot of unnecessary stress. Like, I have to generate this way, I have to be this way, I have to be stiff, I can't speak. Those were all things I was creating for myself. And, that kind of trickled over into with my family, with my sister and her relationship with my mom and Italy and like a lot of other things. I actually had a conversation with Farah, my older sister, and exactly like what David you were experiencing, like with this accountability and I'm panicking because of the future, what's going to happen, and how David you said like you realized there's no need to panic now in advance for something you don't know what's going to happen. And that's kind of similarly what Farah was telling me. She's like, I understand you care about the family, but you only care because of your reality of what you see, and you're not really supporting anyone else in the family if you're not like there for their reality. And she was like, look, don't be a dick to people. Don't be a dick to the family where it's like, because they don't match your reality, there's something wrong with them. She's like, instead of this, just detach from it, but be there when and if the family needs you in their reality. And I'm like, what is this sorcery? Like, what is this power? What is this magic? I'm like, I can do that. I can set myself free from worrying. And Farah was like, yeah, if you do all of this, not only are you making things stressful for everyone else, but you're also making things stressful for yourself. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm not stressed. And she's like, yeah, you are. So it was really interesting. It was such a shift this week in just because my fear, my internal judgment was if I don't care, then I'm going to be a dick to everyone, then I'm going to avoid everyone, then I'm not going to show up. And Farah was like, but what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I care for people. She's like, no, but you care for them how you think you care for them, not how they want you to care for them. And I was just like, it was really interesting. It was just like error 404. I'm like, what's going on?
Can I say something?
Sure.
I was gonna say you can care for someone without taking on responsibility for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like like how like what responsibility am I taking on for? Like, is it what I think they need or is it actually what they need? And if I'm just like, no, I figured it out, I'm stressing myself when they don't align with me, and it's costing myself stress. So I give that back, and I had a conversation with my sister today. I had a conversation with my mom, and I was just like, look, I love you guys, and I'm here for you guys. And right now, that looks like whatever you guys need support in, I'm here. If there is nothing there, I'm going to take a step back, but I love you guys and reach out and we have a conversation later when needed. And it's so easy. So, yes, detachment, I gave up a lot of resistance that I created for myself without even realizing it. Um, Judgment showed up, but it was like a nice welcome judgment versus an overwhelming judgment. It was like, oh, hi, judgment. I think being the best version of myself, forgiveness for sure. It wasn't like in a declaring I forgive myself, but there was more forgiveness there. Um, and yeah, being the best version of myself for sure.
I, I, I was laughing when you said it was a nice welcome judgment, like hi judgment.
Hello there. Yeah,
Like, thank you for
that's
your contribution, but I don't need it.
exactly like how you said you just let it come in. And when you were saying, Hazel, like you let it in and then you just let it out, like that's kind of what meditation is also in a way. Like, you just get to a place where you notice things, but you don't let it stay. You welcome
Mm-hmm.
it and then you send it on its way, which I think is like detachment. So meditation also can work this way. I think this is like a more stepping into something because you're aware of what's going on. You're conscious of what's going on. And like David, you said, the glue that brings it all together is the choice that we make in that moment in the now versus I'm going to choose now to be ready for the future because I know how the future is going to be. Yeah.
Wow,
So
if you
good.
know how the future's gonna be, can you tell me the lottery numbers?
I I can't reveal my secrets. I'm kidding. I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't tell you. I'll choose the numbers for me. I'm kidding. Uh, yeah, I am complete.
And you might get the right numbers for some lottery system in the world,
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. If it's Florida, David, I know how to reach you. Or Miami, if
though.
it's
Okay.
Toronto, Hazel, I got you. Okay. All right. I am complete. I think
Me
this was a
too.
good call. Same time next week.
Yeah. Yes. Same bat channel.
Yes.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
You too.
For sure.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.